Hey, everybody. Thanks for being here for another mock draft. We are brought to you by Z-Biotics once again. We'll talk about them just a little bit later during the draft. But I'm so pleased and honored and starstruck to be joined by Pat Finnerty of the Pat Finnerty YouTube channel and of just unbelievable burgeoning internet fame. If you haven't checked out Pat's YouTube channel, you're doing it wrong. The amount of lore that you think Harris football has, no. You don't understand the amount of lore that there can be in a thing. Watch all of Pat's videos from the beginning. That's the place where I like to do it. He's also maybe the internet's greatest guitar player. He's a really good live guitar player too. Pat, what I want to start out with you. Thank you for joining. Hi.
Well, thank you for having me, Chris, and please get that off the record. If people hear that I'm the best internet guitar player, like,
That's fair.
I'm gonna get blow darted the next time I go anywhere near a stage. But yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me, Chris. Good to be here.
Yeah, that is fair. But it's never not funny to watch a live stream. I am a Patreon supporter of Pat's, so I get to go to his Patreon live streams, his regular live streams, watch his regular videos. It's never not as a very, very bad guitar player myself. It is never not amazing to me to watch you think of a song just because you're in a stream of consciousness, pick up your guitar and just like you know it right away, never having heard it before. Or like you'll do what makes your song stink and be listening to a song you've literally never heard before and just pick it up and be able to regurgitate it back. I don't understand people as talented as you.
It's a gift and a curse. I mean, I say it all the time. It's just like, because when I do hear a Matchbox 20 song, like I see the chords in my head. I say it all the time. I'm like, don't ask me to fix your toilet. Do not ask me to change a tire. Like, don't do it. But if you need me to figure out a song, that's pretty much what I got.
Well,
But yeah, it's
it's
a
impressive.
gift and a curse when you could see, the Imagine Dragons come into your brain, and it's like, this is how they're
It
doing
is
it. I
rough.
see this chord. Yeah.
Yeah. That is rough. So you're here to do a mock draft with me, and you are a fantasy player from way back. If we look over your shoulder, we can also see that you're a Cleveland Browns fan from way back. So I can only assume that we're about to get 17 Duke Johnson picks in a row.
Duke Johnson Jr., I believe. Um, let's put some respect on the man's name. Pretty sure he's a junior. Then he was a Bill and he was a Texan, I believe.
Maybe a Jag too. Yeah.
Yeah, could have been a
Yeah.
Jag. But yeah, he lost with the Browns. He didn't win,
No.
and because none of them do. Uh, it's a sad place to be, but it's the only place. And they just keep making more mistakes.
Well,
That's what's great about being a Browns fan.
it is really what's great. And of course, everybody who's listening and watched our videos know that Dave Piper is also a Browns fan. He's in our ears laughing at everything Pat says. Never laughs what I say. No, he just laughed at that. I was just waiting to see. He did. He did laugh at that. So you were talking. You're going to pick second in this mock draft. This is a 12-team full PPR. We're trying to mimic your home league, where you're going to be picking second. It is a 12-team
Yep.
full PPR. You saying that? I think you told us that league is maybe entering year 20-ish, something like that.
Yeah, it's around there. I would say probably 2000. Yeah, 2000. Oh my God, this might be our 19th or 20th season. Yeah,
Wow.
I would say
And you've won it before a couple times.
twice. Yeah,
Love it.
not that anyone's counting. Right before, I think, but I won the first year when I didn't know anything, and I won this 2019 or 2020 before COVID. I think, yeah, before COVID. I still didn't really know much, but I knew more. And then when I really thought I knew a lot, that's when I lost
Well,
the most. You
that's
know?
not a shock. That's kind of
Yeah.
that's our blessing and our curse. Sometimes
Yep.
you learn a little too much. So you're going to pick two. I guess I'm going to pick eight here. We'll talk about your picks and about whatever you want to talk about as we get going. I'm thrilled to have you. We've never met face to face, but I really am a huge fan of your work, and I just think the blending of mixed media and comedy and music is right up my alley, and I think it would be right up the alley of like everybody watching. We're linking to Pat's channel in the show notes. Please, before you finish this video, by the end of the video, you got to check out his channel. It's that good. I need to say that up front because at some point, I start blathering about my 10th round pick and people click off. So we got to get that away out of the. So the first question I have for you before we get going is: you're picking two,
Yeah.
both at home and in this draft. What do you want to have happen?
I mean, I'm already sweating. I'm already struggling. I already feel like I'm already on the clock. And it's like, am I really? Because here's the thing. I mean, who's the consensus number one? Is Chase really going number one? Like, is
He
that,
shouldn't, but he is a lot of the time. He will in this draft because Sleeper has him rated there. There'll be lots of
yeah.
drafts where people are like, I don't care, I want the running backs.
I feel like there's no, like, I miss like the days of like LT. Like, he was like, you felt great about it. And it was just like, and then behind him, maybe it was like Jamal Charles was like two, and like, wow, you're really excited because you have those, like, you feel good about it. For me, here's what I see when I'm looking at the top, because I'm the second pick, right? So I'm looking at the top five, and for me, Jamar Chase is like another year in Cincinnati. Like, am I really gonna have to watch Bengals? Like, I'm a Browns fan. It's bad enough. Now I'm watching the Bengals. Like, I'm watching both of these teams. I had Burrow last year. It sucked. Um, so that's my thinking there. I'm like, he can get injured because they all can too. And the Bengals are really weird. They're a weird team. But then he does it. He always does it. Now, two, Barkley. I'm a homer. I do live in Philadelphia and I do root for the Birds. I'm just a Browns fan, but being here, like, I kind of have to. Um, Barkley, a lot of tread on those tires, a lot of tread. So, like, am I going to go with Saquon? I mean, they worked him last year. Bijan Robinson, I mean, the Falcons. Like, and has he really ever done it the way that they said he was going to do it? You know what I mean? Like, he wears
No.
number 7. It looks good. I think he's 7. Um, and he's around the goal line, but they always bring in the other bum. Like, they'll bring in like Tyler or Algier. They'll bring
Algier,
in
right?
like
Yeah.
those other guys. They love bringing in those other guys. Justin Jefferson, no way, you're out. And then Jameer Gibbs, um, Lions are weird as well. I don't forget the days of Joik Bell, and I feel like any Lions running back, even though they've come around, and last year they were awesome. I had Monty, and I loved every minute of it. And I hated when Gibbs had the ball. I just feel like he's like that scat back that he's an injury. So I didn't answer anything right there. That's where I'm at, Chris. Who am I taking?
Well, you're going to have your choice, I think, everybody but Chase.
I
And
know.
do you know who has, in your home league, who has the one pick?
I do, and he was the
What are
guy
they
that
going to
was
do?
like taking Peyton Manning up until like 20 minutes. I don't know, like one overall. I'm like, we're not really doing that anymore. Um, he might take Karen Rodgers. There is, uh, there is. So I would say he's going to go with. There was a lot of Eagles fans in the league though. So like Saquon could go one.
Okay.
But let's just stick with like if he takes Chase, and I've got to
All
go
right.
between Barkley. Out of all the players I see here, if I'm picking a running back, which it is a PPR, I mean, I think I would take Saquon again.
All right.
Like
Well, Dave, I think you
just
could start up the draft, and we're gonna put Pat's feet to the fire. And oh, Bijan goes one. What?
wow,
Wow,
sleeper,
interesting.
bold
Suddenly,
move.
Chase is on the board for you there at one. You can pick anybody but Bijan.
What would you do?
I would take
An-
Saquon.
Analyst, I'm thinking Saquon too because I'm in Philadelphia. Even though I'm a huge Phillies fan, and that's what I want to hear about on Sports Talk Radio, they only talk about the Eagles, and the Eagles are good again. Um, I think they're going to be, and I think Saquon rules, and it's fun, and I think I'm gonna take him, even though
All
I
right.
shouldn't. I'll take him. I'll take him.
Saquon goes, then Jefferson, Lamb, Chase. There go the three receivers. There's Gibbs and Amon Ra. And it's to me, do I always pick eight in this league? I think I always do pick eight, but winds up being different players, I suppose. It is a full PPR, we should mention, a full PPR. So we understand Amon Ra going that high. He certainly gets a lot of catches. Um, and I'm going to stick to my board. Even though he's not going to get any catches, he's going to score a lot of touchdowns on my board. Derrick Henry is the one pick. Do you think in the full PPR league, in your home league, Pat, will Derrick
Yeah,
Henry be a first round pick?
I could see him being around the turn. Actually,
Okay. All
um,
right.
I don't. I never have. Like, when am I ever? I've never had the balls to take him because I always think he's out of gas, and he's just always awesome. Like, do you feel like the wheels are going to fall off at some point?
I mean, I don't have any way of knowing that, but you're not the only one who feels the gas thing because I've been watching film on him and wrong on him for freaking 7 or 8 years. And, I would come on the show and go, yeah, I don't know how it happened. Fourth quarter again. He was crap for 3 quarters. I guess it can't happen again, right? And, it's always the 28th carry of the game that he breaks 100 yards. So
Here's my bone to pick with Henry. I had him when he was a tight like when who was he? He was in a tandem. That was the first time I got to say tandem on a fantasy football podcast. So he was in a tandem with somebody. I forget who it was.
Tajay
When he
Spears, maybe that last year.
yeah, when he was like a rookie or two or three or
Oh, no.
four, it took him like 4 years to like do anything.
Yeah.
Like, and people were like, take Henry, and I took him, and he stunk. And then like, I feel like because of those early years, they didn't really use him or something like that. Now he just keeps going, and he's awesome.
So one thing before I do my second round pick, I do want to the name Henry makes me think of Henley, and I'm worried that if we play a song, we'll get, as you like to say, Henleyed up out of here. Can you explain
That's
what
right.
that means?
It means that Don Henley is notorious for his like the lengths that he will go to shut down people from using Eagles music or anything he's ever touched. So like his bots and his AI and the amount of people that he has listening out for Eagles, you can't even. I did this on a live stream once, and I'm not making this up. I had a synthesizer, and I was like, can I record Dirty Laundry in under an hour on Instagram Live? This is during COVID. And no, I don't want to record Dirty Laundry. No one needs to re-record Dirty Laundry. But it has that synth part that goes wah, 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 dur, 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 wah, wah, wah.
Yep.
Just the synth part. Copyright shut me down. The live stream
Wow.
got shut down. Just from a synth part, a chord. That's how good Henley is. So anytime I get booted, which happens a lot, I always call it. I always say that we get Henleyed.
Yeah, Henleyed up out of there, no question. All right, we're back on to me, and do I dare go running back, running back? You know I do. That's my hashtag brand. And I think Josh Jacobs should be a first round pick. He's always there for me in the middle of the second, and I always take him. So Josh Jacobs and Derrick Henry is my running back pair. So now we're flying through. We got to Pat's second pick. We've seen one tight end, Brock Bowers, go off the board. We've seen, I think, what is it? Something like eight each, or no, more than that. 9 wide receivers and 9-ish running backs. So you're somewhere in the middle, running back 10, wide receiver 10. You could go quarterback here if you want to go quarterback early. This is probably where you have to do it to get an Allen or a Lamar. Then again, you come around the next round, so you might be able to get a quarterback on the third round if you want to. What's your instinct tell you, having gone running back with the 2 pick?
This is where people are going to start yelling at me at the draft because the turnaround's going to be. I mean, this is going to be rough.
Well, you don't have to worry about that here.
I know,
Yeah,
I know, but I'm
yeah,
still
yeah.
like, I'm treating this one like it's my. I've done, this. I haven't mocked
This
this
is
year.
your training ground. Yeah,
So
this
this
is
is
it.
my
This
training
is
ground,
training
and I'm looking
for
at where
sure.
people are and everything like that. And here's the thing: I've always I love a flea flicker. I love a gadget play. There's a line that Robert Loggia says in Necessary Roughness, which isn't that good of a movie, but Robert Loggia, looking back on it, I loved it when it came out. But Loggia goes, they tell him like run one of his plays, and he goes, "That's a gadget play." And I remember, I do love Statue of Liberty. I like a gimmick. So I've fallen for the tight end in round 2 a lot. I had that first taste of Gronk, and I never really looked back. Um, and that's why I like excitement, and that's why I might fall for a quarterback or Trey McBride. Is Trey McBride worth this pick, Chris? Is he? Is he that?
It's not where I take him, but it's where he
Yeah,
goes.
it is
So
where
I
he
don't, I don't
goes, huh?
I don't think it's outrageous, but it is where he goes. I think, according to the sleeper default ranks, it's like the fourth best remaining
Yeah.
pick, but the 2 quarterbacks are the right in front of it. I mean, the way I feel about the build, if you're picking early, this is the first time I got to say build on a fantasy podcast today.
Mm-hmm.
The way you think about your build, if you go running back, frankly, or wide receiver, with the early 2 pick, and then you do both quarterback and tight end in 2 and 3, you'll be nauseous thereafter. You'll always feel like you're one step behind.
Oh yeah, You're exposed. You're just a bag of bones. I mean, I've done that. And it's like that's when you're just ordering
Right.
like Fred Jackson
Right.
as your number one.
Right.
Um and
So
you could
you're
probably get
you probably have to pick if you in these next two picks if you want to go quarterback or tight end, one of those onesies, they call them. You only want to pick one, and the other one you want to make sure you get a receiver probably.
yeah, so if I went like Josh Allen, who I've never had by the way, I always consider that too. I'm like, welcome. I've had Lamar, but I've never been able to take the, as I call it, the rate or like the Bills running back or the Ravens running back, and I've always struggled with that. Like the I can't believe Connor is still doing what he's doing. Like I can't take the boring guy. You know what I mean? I like the
Sure.
excitement guy, and I feel like I need to add the boring guy. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take. Oh yeah, Josh Allen. Am I really taking Josh Allen as my number two pick? That's
He's not boring.
ridiculous. I know, but like quarterbacks, you can get. I know you can get. What's Tyreek doing? See, this is. I'm already like. This is where my brain's going. What's Tyreek doing? What's he gonna do? Things are weird in Miami right now.
Also not
Um,
boring.
it's not boring. Lad McConkey's got the best name going. Is he gonna be like a PPR rat? He might be a PPR rat.
Listeners to my show often send in their baby picture for their children because
Yeah,
I have a very great audience. And we used to call them Miles Boykins and Toddler Girlies, but now
love
it's
it.
Lad McConkeys.
Lad McConkey's. Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm working this out. This is just like I'm really I'm really gonna be sweating in real life, and I'm sweating on this podcast right now. I think because I've never done this before. Um,
Let's see how it turns out if you do it.
give me Josh Allen.
All right.
I hate it. I hate it. No.
Start again, Dave. Josh Allen.
Oh man, really? Am I really
You
taking
got 4
Josh Allen?
seconds.
Oh,
There you
Josh
go.
Allen. Wow.
So Tyreek does go and Lamar goes.
Take McBride. He just whispered.
The
This is what
producer
I.
is feeding picks to Pat now.
I'm
See,
gonna.
if you go McBride, my advice is you will not like the rest of your team very much because your RB2, your wide receiver one, these will
Yeah.
be fourth and fifth round picks. I
Oh,
probably wouldn't go that way. I think my advice to the audience writ large would be if you go onesie in rounds 2 or 3, you can't do onesie in the other one in round 2 or 3.
So I'm destined for. I would have to. I would. So if I'm in this situation, and this is what would be happening at my draft, I'm walking around with a fret. Well, I just went to the pizza, and I can't believe it. And I know I don't have a lot of time, but I'm looking at it, and I can't even eat because I just took Josh Allen. And I'll probably look at one of my friends and say, Josh Allen? Did I really just take Josh Allen when I could get Jaden Daniels or some other quarterback in the ninth round, and I took Josh Allen? But because I did that, I feel like I have to go Lad in a PPR. I liked what I saw last year. Do you think he's going to duplicate that? Is he going to
I,
Puka this thing?
he's a different player from Puka, but he's a good pick. He's a good pick here for sure.
The Chargers?
I
Um,
mean, what could go wrong? Chargers are. I'm in
they're
Los Angeles. I mean, the Chargers are everything here.
they're fan favorites.
Yeah.
That's for sure. They're always, I mean, forever 8-8, right? Um, I can't do more Bengals. I can't do another season of T. Higgins. He plays like 8 games a year. McBride, I can't do that because of the thing. I feel like, and Jackson Smith, he's not my guy. Um, he
If he's
should
not your
be.
guy, then I'd say Lad is your guy.
I'm
Lad's
gonna go
fine.
Lad. I'll go Lad.
Yeah,
This is
I
a
think
weird
Lad's
team. I got a
Lad's
real
a
weird
fine.
team happening here.
I mean, I think it's fine. You're rooting for the big difference maker with Josh Allen. So maybe before I make my third pick, we'll quickly give a nod to our sponsor. Our sponsor is, as they have been throughout the mock draft season, it is ZBiotics. This is pre-alcohol from ZBiotics. If you are going to have a couple of drinks, maybe around your fantasy draft, for example, maybe one as one does, maybe some of the viewers are planning on that. My advice would be to potentially, hey, little party favors. You can hand out little bottles of ZBiotics. If you make this your first drink of the night, it's the first genetically engineered probiotic created by human beings that I know of, and I think the only one that's been made so far. If it's your first drink and then you enjoy responsibly, you won't feel so crummy the next morning. The way it works is basically you don't get a bad feeling the next day because of dehydration. It's because of chemistry. It's because of enzyme in your tummy that makes you feel bad. Toxic byproduct, as they say. And ZBiotics gets rid of it before it gets downstream, and you feel way better than you have any right to. For sure, I do. I recommend this to everybody. I've sent it to my mom. I've sent it to Dave Pyper. I've sent it everywhere, and I'm a big believer. They're a great sponsor. You can get 15% off your first purchase if you go to zbiotics.com/Harris. Check out using the code Harris. If you've got a fantasy draft coming in the next couple of weeks, you got to plan a little bit ahead. You got to leave time for mailing. I really recommend you grab some, and we thank them. They've been just a great sponsor for all of these mock drafts. Thanks a lot to ZBiotics. All right, I believe it is now my time to make a third pick, and Breece Hall just went, which is a little bit heartbreaking. I'm probably not going to take another running back. I'm gonna go with the contract kid. I'm gonna be brave and bold, and I'm gonna take Terry McLaurin. Would that pick, given his contract holdout, be completely off the table for you, Pat?
I didn't know. I've gone with contract. That just doesn't really scare me. I'll even draft an Alvin Kamara that like isn't coming on for like 4 weeks. I'll do that.
The suspension, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I kind of heard what's going on a little bit, but I mean, he's so good, and the Commanders are pretty good. So is he going to? Is he holding out right now? Is that the deal?
He's holding in, I guess,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
not doing anything but not getting fined. He's asked for a trade, and these things usually don't come to a head until we need them to come to a head at the very end of the month, and it can be a little scary. Like Brandon Ayuk did this last year with the 49ers, held out at the last minute, got a contract, but didn't have any training camp, and then even before he got hurt, the first month of the season, they didn't throw him the ball at all. It wasn't in shape. So there's a chance that could be Terry McLaurin, and I'll look real dumb for taking him in the third round. Frankly, I would just love some kind of resolution in the next week or so. Even if he got traded, fine. I'll still draft him high in the new place too, but it does present something of a weakness that I need to address with more receivers. My next highest receiver on the board is DJ Moore, so I will take DJ Moore. So I've gone 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. Jacobs, McLaurin, and DJ Moore, famously all longtime favorites of mine. So I'm back on my BS, and many of the viewers are rolling their eyes at me.
So the McLaurin pick is gonna get like the from like the guy at the draft, right? Like, oh yeah, like, good luck getting a number one. Now you have to draft a number one. You know,
I know that guy. I think that guy's in
yeah,
your videos.
yeah, he is.
Isn't that Turtle? Kenny?
Yeah, that's Tommy
Yeah.
Turtle.
Tommy Turtle.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so DJ Moore, Bears, are they ever gonna get it together? Um,
I don't need him to get it that far together. I've seen DJ Moore be really good for
yeah,
fantasy, even when they stunk. So
right.
I'm hanging my head
Okay.
on that. So okay, you've now backed yourself into the elite quarterback, but the annoying RB2 / wide receiver 2 question mark here. Let's say you've done this. Let's do a role play. You've
Yeah.
done this in your home league. You've gone Saquon, you've gone Allen, you've gone which receiver was there for you, and now it's the
Right.
4-5 turn. What's
hmm
what's the mindset? Where's your head at? What are you secretly saying to yourself?
I got a real weird team. That's what I'm saying to myself right here. I mean, my number one wide receiver is white. You know what I mean? That's like I kind of not to say, you know what I mean. It's just like it's a weird team. You could edit that out if you need to, but like it's true. I got a quarterback. And, I don't know. I'm all over the place. I
Do
kind of
you feel
feel
do you feel pressure at this point, theoretically, that says, all right, by hook or by crook, this needs to be one running back, one wide receiver, because I need to make sure I'm sort of covering up I went aggressive with the quarterback, so I now I need to be like a little cover paper over the trouble that I caused myself.
A little bit, but at the same time, I don't think I have the discipline to stop the bleeding. Like, I don't think, I really don't, because I'm looking at Sam Laporta right now. Like, I'm like, oh, I remember 2 years ago, Sam Laporta killing me when I played against him. I remember, and then he didn't do much last year. Um, he
Truth.
didn't. He did not do much, but he's Sam Laporta. Um, and then I'm just looking at okay, so Devonte Adams, long in the tooth. He's a Ram now. I'm just finding that out. Didn't know he was a Ram. Okay, this is what happens though.
But this is extremely useful for you. Then we're
It is.
learning all the ropes here.
Okay, so they get rid of Cup, but they bring in Adams. Adams is probably a year younger than Cup, or they're the same age. Um,
I think
does
maybe a year
Adams
younger.
still
Yeah.
have it? Does Adams still have it? I
He looked
root for
like
an
he did
old
at the
guy.
end of the year. Yeah, he
Yeah,
looked like he did at the end of the year.
I root for an old guy. DK Metcalf, where are you? Wow, he's a Steeler.
He's a
Okay,
Steeler. He's
all
joined
right.
you in Pennsylvania.
He has. Okay, Metcalf is a Steeler. This is when I find out where people are. And
Would you say,
Cortland
Pat?
Sutton,
Could I interject and just ask? Is this a hot stream?
it's getting there.
It's
It's
getting there.
warming up.
Not,
It all
not quite
depends
yet.
on it all depends on my next pick. I cannot believe that Cortland Sutton is still a Denver Bronco. Um, I never want anything to do with him, but he's always there. There's only thing worse than Sutton, and it's a Judy, as far as I'm concerned. Um, James Conner. Someone's going to draft him, and he's going to score 14 touchdowns, and it's not going to
Unless
be
it's
me.
you. Yeah, unless
Yeah,
it's you. And then he'll get hurt
he
if it's
looked.
you.
You're the big film guy, Chris. You're always watching film. Um, you love saying film. Like Steven Spielberg says picture. Like, oh yeah, when you're making a picture, like Spielberg lays into the picture. You lay into the film. You love
Out
saying
here,
it.
hey, out here in LA, I mean, that's what you do. You talk about film. Obviously, you can't talk about movies. You can't talk about
Right.
tape. It's film.
But yeah, so I feel like you've watched a lot of James Conner. How
I
is
have.
he moving fast when he looks like he's? I don't know if you ever played like Bulls versus Lakers on like a Sega game, like when they used to just like move so slow. Like it looks like he's moving so slow, but he still pulls it off. Um,
He's pretty big and fast, straightforward. You just don't want him to have to cut too much.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so to answer your question, the very long way to do it, none of these players, these are getting into some. This is already getting really rough for me, names wise. Like I can't believe that my second or my two, because I mean Matt Stafford is getting like, is he the Rams still? How's
He
his
is, but
health?
he has a you can relate. He has a disc problem in his back.
I saw that. So
Yeah.
I would. Here's what I'm gonna do. I think. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, Jesus, Metcalf, James Conner. What would the listeners do? I mean, Monty, he's got a bat. His back hurts. Joe Mixon, he's still doing it. I'm gonna do. I don't want any of these people. I can't do two Eagles, so I'm not taking Devontae Smith. I've already taken a quarterback because that was a terrible pick. And Zay Flowers, too small. And I don't trust the Ravens wide receiver, never will. I'm going to take DK Metcalf. I can't believe it.
DK Metcalf, it is. It's a fine pick. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers can act like he did in December last year when he was going for a record, then you should be fine. So you actually beat a little run there. The one pick went receiver, so that's good. You
Yeah.
probably picked correctly positionally. I think now you aren't obliged to do anything here. I think because there are a lot of Do you ever prescribe the old zero RB? I know you know what that is.
Oh, I have done that. Yes, for sure. That's why Sam Laporta is still poking his head at me. It's just to try to get away from the tight end every week. Like,
Well,
just trying to, if I want to
this
try to not stream a tight end.
Well, and this wouldn't even be zero RB obviously because you took Barkley. They call this hero RB. So
Okay.
if you skip RB here and you think okay, second half of the draft I'm gonna load up on some potential guys, some maybe guys who can help me at running back. That's hero RB for where you are right now, and it's totally defensible. I personally don't have any of the rest of the tight ends ranked this high, but I also just tend to wait on tight end. It's not. I don't think it's unforgivable to take Laporta here. There's just it's kind of a lot of guys that are sort of similar. You
Yeah.
know, there's a flex in this league, so you can take a third receiver. I guess this league we only start two receivers, but you can start a third as a flex. Obviously, you could use another running back, um, or you can go tight end.
Let me ask you this, Chris.
Yeah,
When you're all the way over on the turns, you have to wait so long, and
yeah.
you can't, like, how far are you dipping down from ADP? Because ADP is just, it's just it wasn't always there. I mean, it kind of was, but like we all subscribe to it, but it's just like it's I guess it's our law now. But I feel like if I will dip down, and that's when you really get the turtles coming at you. But like if there was an exciting person, like for example, like if I really wanted Waddle here, I'd go down and get him.
Sure.
Like,
I
do you
mean,
frown upon that?
no, no. First of all, I don't even think what we're looking at is technically ADP. These are just default ranks inside the game. I don't think they're necessarily even informed by average draft position. And
Okay.
everybody who listens to my show knows my ranks are pretty different from default ranks and from ADP. And I go by my own board. Like if I like somebody more than the market, I'm gonna have a sense of where the market will tend to pick a guy. So
Mm-hmm.
if the market's tending to pick him in round 6, I'm not going to pick him round 2 because I'm not a moron.
Right.
But
Yeah, yeah.
like I'm going to feel okay even though the market wouldn't do what I would do. Like the real answer for you and you're in the draft, the live draft that counts is of course we'll just set you up with my ranks and you'll win, obviously.
Obviously. I mean, that's apparent.
But no, the
Um,
answer is it's fine. That was a long way of saying if you have a feeling about a guy, it's fine. I'm not sure that I would have the feeling about Jalen Waddle coming off the year that he just had, but if that was
yeah,
just an
no,
example.
Waddle's not the guy that I was just
Right.
using him. I scrolled down and he was the first name that I saw. But
Yeah.
like, I'm just saying, like, if it was between James Conner and like Tony Pollard, I might be more excited about Tony Pollard.
That's fine.
Even though,
It's
even though I
understandable.
know
They're close in my ranks for sure.
there's just something, even though he doesn't get as many opportunities in the Titans, who wants to watch the Titans? Um, and Tajay Spears is always around, even though he just got a little nicked up, didn't
He
he?
did. He's hurt. Yeah.
Okay.
High ankle sprain.
James Conner? I can't. What am I doing here? Zay Flowers, Sam Laporta. I'm sorry to the listeners. I'm sorry, but this is you asked me on the show. This is what you
This
get.
is this is what it's for.
It's
It's fine.
brutal. Devontae Adams? Are you kidding me? He's gonna have 6 good games, and you never know when they're gonna be. Um, and he's gonna get real hurt. Joe Mixon, how's he doing this year in camp?
He
'Cause he was
he's real
good
hurt.
last year.
Yeah, he was good, but he has a hurt foot. Is expected to miss all of training camp. There's a chance he misses week 1, week 2. But I'm very high on him. I'm going to have him on a lot of teams. I think the market is way overcorrected for this injury.
Okay, then I'm gonna go with Mix. I'm gonna do that's who I'm doing. He's gonna be my second.
All right, Joe Mixon.
Okay.
I endorse the pick. Everybody knows. Definitely one of my sons, as we say on the show.
All right.
All right, we're up to me again, and now I do have tight ends in the range where I would consider, but I kind of like Zay Flowers. You don't like Ravens receivers and you don't like small receivers, so that's a double whammy for you.
No, I do like smaller receivers. I have a tough time with Ravens receivers. I do, even though I've had Zay Flowers and he's good. He is. He's really good, and I think that Lamar likes him and goes to him more than. But you could say that there's always been something a little weird post Steve Smith with the Ravens wide receivers because they're tight end and the way that they run that offense.
Yeah. I mean, Flowers has been a little bit of an exception to that, but it could have just been having the wrong guys, having whatever Hollywood Brown and what's his name, Rashad Bateman as high picks. And now they get Flowers. And they're like, oh, now it isn't bad to throw to receivers. But you're right that there's a reason why he's not a second round pick, Zay Flowers. He's a fifth round pick because a little something lacking to the situation. He himself has a little bit of knucklehead in him, and like. I'm going to take him here, but I wouldn't want to take him any earlier. He's probably my highest remaining player, though, so I'll go Flowers. We got a rookie running back off the board. You ever heard of R.J. Harvey before?
No, haven't heard of Harvey.
Definitely related to P.J. Harvey, as far as I can tell.
Right. I was waiting for the first PJ Harvey mention on this podcast, and we got there.
Yeah. I
Can you
mean,
imagine like Chris Berman doing a PJ Harvey joke?
no, that's why they pay me the medium bucks and they pay the
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Chris Berman the much higher bucks.
Right. Right.
Uh, I know Berman a little. He was a good guy. I was at ESPN for a long time. He was okay.
Yeah. So he's one of the he was one of the good ones.
You know what? I was so not on his level that he could afford to be nice to me. I'm sure to some people he wasn't that nice, but I used to do Big Brother, Big Sister when I lived in Massachusetts, and I would drive down on Sundays and I would be in the war room and like watch in the fourth row. It was very hierarchical. The row that you were in was how important you were. So I was pretty far back, and Chris Berman was front and center, and like he ran that room, and we watched all the games all Sunday. And then one time I brought my little brother. At the time he was probably like 8 or 9, and I brought him down, and he came and sat with me and was real quiet. He was real good. And Berman, like I didn't ask him to, he came up and said, "Who's this?" And we explained it. And he goes, "This is great. I'm glad to have you here." That's my Berman, by the way.
Yeah, I loved it. Loved
Yeah, it
that
was great.
Berman. That's
It
a
was real
really
good, real
Berman.
accurate.
Yeah.
And he said stuff like, this guy's really got something. Pay attention to him, okay? It was just he didn't need to do it. I figure when people are nice when they don't need to be, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
You got to talk to me
yeah.
just for 1 second about the chairs in the war room. They've got to be really nice recliners, probably with the cup holders in there.
No, no, this was like it was like a converted conference room. They were bog average conference chairs. Like they were padded, but I mean, put it this way: they were comfortable enough for Mike Ditka, who I guess was at my level because he was next to me for like 3 years. He would fall asleep every Sunday during. He just fall completely fall
He's
asleep.
watched football. He's watched football. What are my talking points? Huh?
He's
What kind of cars this guy drive? I always think of him. Remember the Norm Macdonald sketch on the Jeopardy thing where I think it was Jeopardy. No, it was Norm Macdonald was playing Burt Reynolds. I don't know where my Brit. This is where Dicka came from, but like Norm Macdonald was playing Burt Reynolds, who was going out for Star Wars, and he's got the helmet on, the Darth Vader helmet, but you
I
can
remember
still see
this.
his hair.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know, what kind of cars does this guy drive? I don't know what made me think about that, but that's really funny. But I appreciate the war room banter.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm here for. Here to
Hmm.
entertain the people. Next on my list is actually another Raven. Another Raven. And I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to have both Flowers and Andrews on the same team. Do I recommend people do that? No, I'm actually probably not going to do that. Uh, Andrews is the next guy on my team, but I don't recommend that people do that early in a draft. I'll pass. I think Andrews will probably be around for a while longer. Um, and what we haven't? Oh, we're not. Yeah. So I've actually filled in my starters except quarterback. I'm certainly not taking a quarterback here. So I'm going to take some shots. You get to the sixth round, not the Z-Biotics kind of shots, the football kind of shots. Uh, I'm going to take a look at Tyrone Tracy.
I mean, the Giants,
Giants.
the post Saquon pre Saquon Giants running back. They should just all be called Giants running back.
They drafted a kid called Cam Scataboo.
That's a
Uh,
good name.
do you remember him out of Arizona State? He was fun guy in college football this past year, and people are concerned about him. So Tracy is falling in drafts a little bit, but I'm not
Okay.
that scared. All right, so you are at the point now where you have filled in two running backs, two wide receivers. You've got your quarterback. You don't have a starting tight end. You don't have a starting flex. So you kind of have the board wide open.
Hmm. I don't know how I feel about my team, if I'm being honest with you, Chris. But we're working on it. Where are we with who is Travis Kelsey, and what am I signing up for? I mean, are we talking 50 receptions?
He didn't have a
Uh,
very good year last year, but his
he did
his
not.
girlfriend seems real nice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's in a relationship.
Yep.
Um,
That relationship makes a lot of people real mad, Pat. I don't know if you were aware of that.
no, I haven't really heard about it. Um,
Makes people
especially
makes people
especially recently, as of
yeah.
taping,
Yeah.
when we're taping this.
Yeah.
Um, here's the thing: we've got two olds. I love a tight end, and I've got Mark Andrews and I've got Travis Kelsey. Now Andrews is coming off that big drop. He
Yeah,
had a
that
pretty
was a
good
rough one.
season last year.
Yeah.
I had him last year, and he was
Scored
pretty
a bunch of
good.
touchdowns at the end last year, didn't Didn't
Yeah.
really do a lot other than the touchdowns. There was
No,
some
he didn't. He was.
concern.
Can I
Yeah.
say? Can I say the phrase? Touchdown dependent.
a little touch. You might say a little touchdown dependent. Pat. You
He
might
was touchdown dependent.
a little touchdown dependent.
There's nothing better than a touchdown. Like when your guy, when you're rags tight end, when you pick up some like some guy off of some just ham and egger off of the waiver wire, and he scores a touchdown that week. Like there is nothing better than that. Foster Moreau, and you're just watching, and then it goes over to Foster Moreau. I'm kicking, my legs in the air. I can't believe it because I started him. When a bum gets a touchdown, there's nothing better. So that is where I'm going with that is like maybe I am just going to stream tight ends and hope to get a couple bum touchdowns and take Aaron Jones here. How's his health?
I think he's fine. Jordan Mason is now in Minnesota, so they're supposed to split. But I would imagine Aaron Jones, especially in PPR, I think that's about where he's supposed to go.
Okay, Chris Olave. There's a question.
Yeah.
What's happening? Is anything good happening
I mean,
in the Big East?
yeah, there's questions of his concussion likelihood and who the quarterback is. Tyler Shuck. You don't want to see how Tyler Shuck spells Tyler Shuck. It is
I
not
don't know.
like
I don't
you
have
think.
Tyler Shuck.
It's not like what you think.
Okay.
I think Aaron Jones. I think Aaron Jones is a good pick here because of Mixon. Because what if Mixon isn't there early in September?
Yeah, but what
So
if I
you-
take Travis Kelce?
That's fine because you can go Aaron Jones coming back the other way or vice versa.
I think I could. Listen, I told you I fall for a gimmick. I'm a sucker, and I root for the older players, and he's always looked slow. Maybe he's really slow. Maybe the Chiefs stink, but you know what? He wears number 87.
Oh, Aaron Jones goes the pick right after you.
That's okay. I didn't really.
All right, you weren't sold on Aaron Jones.
I
You weren't
wasn't sold on
entirely.
Aaron Jones. It probably would have.
Hey,
been
do you
a
know where
really
I
better
could
pick.
buy an August is Falling T-shirt? I don't have
I
one.
do actually. I've got one back here somewhere.
They're not for sale. They're not for sale online. I was going to wear it during the draft. People don't know what August is Falling is. It's Pat's fake emo pop band
That
is
somehow
great.
became the most successful band that I've ever ever had.
Watch the videos is all I could say. This is
Hold on,
just the
I
best.
just slipped. I slipped. Also available
Oh, nice.
for any of my ball guys out there. I run a special hat that lets people know that you're bald. And so if you'd like one, you could head to the Finnerty Superstore.
There you go.
I can't curse on this show, so I won't tell you what it says on the hat, but you can check it out. I want to curse looking at my team, though. This team stinks. Are you kidding me? I have Travis Kelce on my team. Chris, how did you let me do that?
Who did
Come
that?
on.
Who did that? Who the heck did that?
Jordan Addison? And he's suspended?
He is suspended. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, I think I have to take Tony Pollard. I don't know why I
That's
believe
fine.
this guy so much. I just do.
I think that's fine. I think
I think
a
he's
running back
good.
here makes a lot of sense because Mixon is. I like the pick, but he is uncertain for the beginning of the year, so I like a running back here for sure.
And Pollard is going to have probably the first 4 weeks of Pollard before Tajay comes back, right?
That's a fair
then
point.
He could be my guy, and then
That's right.
hopefully Mixon comes in, takes over, and then they all get hurt, and I pick up some guy.
I don't say this to
around
fluff you up. Tony Pollard's my highest remaining on my board. Pollard's the highest remaining running back.
Hell yeah, TP. All right.
TP.
I just feel like he's
Ridley.
really good.
Oh.
I feel like he's good. He just doesn't get as many opportunities, or like I just remember him. Last year he didn't really get the ball that much.
So
take him out.
tragically, Sleeper hasn't adjusted their default ranks. Quinshon Judkins keeps going in the 7th round of these drafts, but we all know, as a Browns fan, I think you probably know what's going on with old Quinshon. And if you don't, it's probably best you could Google it later. It's not the best. He's probably not going to play for them this year. So we'll pretend that the team before me didn't take Quinshon Judkins. I'm gonna just fire. I don't need a tight end. I'm firing. I'll take Ricky Pearsall. I have a feeling you might be hearing more about Ricky Pearsall on the podcast later this week. Believer. Are you frantically Googling? Pat?
No, I'm thinking about who is the guy. Not pure. You've got me in the Bay Area wide receiver core right now in my mind.
Oh, Juwan
Who's
Jennings is the other one, and
Juwan
Brandon
Jennings?
Ayuk.
I
Yeah,
picked him up last year. He was one of my favorites. He's kind
he
of
was
like
he was
he's
great.
in the who's the he was Tim Patrick? Was that his name? Tim
Right? Yeah,
Patrick.
that's right. He's in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just these
St-
kind of like
slow dudes who just get it done.
just boring guys that just kind of
Yeah,
get it done. But
yeah.
Juwan Jennings, he had like that 3 touchdown game. Uh,
Well, he might be coming up here. You might be able to get a shot at him here in a moment. I'm gonna check Jalen Warren. I'm firing bench spots here, but now we're on to you, Pat, and you're now you don't really have to do anything. You're not forced to do anything. You can go for a little receiver depth. You can take a Juwan Jennings. You can take a high upside rookie like Matthew Golden for the Packers.
yeah, I don't
You could
have
take
Golden.
you can
Um,
do injured Chris Godwin,
Sounds
who's
great.
coming
Love
back.
it. Love
Well,
injured Chris Godwin.
you all also you're at the end of the eighth round. If Godwin was healthy, he'd probably go in the third round. So that's priced in,
Is
and
Mike Evans
hopefully
still on the Bucks?
he is. He is. He's
How
already been
long are
drafted.
these two wide receivers going to be on this team?
Yeah, Mike Evans is probably the most recommended player in the history of my solo podcast over the last 10 years because my podcast coincides with his entire career. He's been in the league 10 years. I've been doing the thing for 10 years. And
Yeah.
and year after year after year, I was just like draft Mike Evans and people were like, you're dumb. And then it worked out. And now this year, I'm telling everybody don't draft Mike Evans. And suddenly everyone's like, Mike Evans, third round pick. So something's going to break here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so Godwin, no, not going to do him.
All right.
Diggs, not going to do him.
Injured guys.
Yeah. Injured and kind of old.
Fair.
That combo goes into my head.
Godwin's not
Golden,
that old. Godwin's 30, I think. But he's just coming
okay,
off for that. Did you see that injury last year? You see that
I
foot?
did. Oh, yeah.
That wasn't what you want. That's
No,
not what you want. No.
Reed's okay. So Reed went down, I think, right? Reed
Yep,
just went
Jaden Reed
down,
just got hurt. Has a
and
has
then
a bad foot.
who's the bum who they keep telling is always going to be like the really fast guy but never does anything?
For
On
the
the
Packers?
Packers.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christian Watson, but he's out for the year.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
he's out for the year.
Matthew Golden is the new first round rookie, fast kid out of University of Texas.
Okay. I think I'm taking Juwan. I think
Little
believe
Juwan.
He's
Little
questionable
Juwan,
though.
actually.
Is anything to worry
No,
about
he's
there?
fine. I think
Okay.
Juwan Jennings is fine. Yeah.
All right. Welcome back, Juwan.
Cam Scadaboo goes right in front. I know you're brokenhearted about the Cam Scadaboo right there.
I am.
Is it
Um,
true that Ringo can't do fills? Is that true?
Hey, no, he does the Ringo fill. I mean, it's the same fill. Um, but like he
Can you
does the. Here's the thing about Ringo. Again, he's fine. He doesn't need me. Uh, but like
stick it up for
he,
him?
well, but like technically, I mean, he's. I mean, here's the. If you want the sentence on Ringo is that he serves the song, he plays the song, and he does the ba-do, like just a do, like the kind of like the first fill, but he's lefty, so he leads with his different. So righty drummers will lead with their right. He leads with his
Yeah.
left, which makes it sound a little bit different. But one cool thing that you could check Ringo out to that I just realized, I didn't just realize, but like in Nowhere Man, there's a role, and I'm not sure. I mean, George Martin could have brought someone in, but there's like a really tight role that goes into every chorus of Nowhere Man, which is really cool. And he's just an awesome drummer. He's just not like a, it's just not like a flashy guy.
Can't do fills. That's what I heard.
Okay, all right. Well, Christopher Harris coming at Richard Starkey from Liverpool. Don't let his son Zach find out that he's flagging below.
Zach's fired. Now he's hired again. Now he's fired again.
Wild
Yeah.
card. Zach's
Yeah.
a little wild. But that situation is amazing. The fact that like Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend hate.
They're like,
The only
get
thing
out.
that they do than hate each other is touring, and that's what they constantly do. They're the oldest touring. Like they hate touring and they hate each other. So let's go back out on the road, Raj. They're doing it again. They're doing it right now. But yeah.
But
so,
apparently not with Starkey.
no, So Starkey was Pete's guy, but I think what's happened there is that I think Zach likes to shake the glass a little bit. I think his partying ways are kind of getting in the way. and just watching a little bit of his behavior on Instagram Live, I could kind of understand why Raj might want to go with somebody else for the last, even though he's been in the band for 30 years. Um, I wish that talking about the Who would buy me more time at my actual draft. Um,
You could try it.
yeah,
I mean,
Chris
yeah.
Godwin. Should I take him? I mean,
I think it's fine.
he's Chris
It's kind of
Godwin.
that's right. He's a free pick, and if he's not ready right away, that's okay. Like, it's not a new injury. It happened 9 months ago, 10 months ago.
I already have a quarterback. I can't believe I did that. And I'm not. We're nowhere near. Uh, like I'm not handcuffing anybody yet. I mean, we're still in
Godwin's
like
fine.
oh we've got to Javante Williams. All right, that's where we're at. Yeah, I'm taking Godwin.
All right. He was highest on my board. Highest player left on my board.
Okay, cool.
Chris Godwin.
I
Do
get
it.
the plus. Oh, here we go.
There you go. There goes a rookie tight end. There goes Matthew Golden. There goes another rookie. There's Janu.
What's Harris gonna
Uh,
do?
what am I going to do? I still don't have a quarterback, and I truly don't care. I'm not
That's
taking one
just
yet.
rubbing it in. You're rubbing it in at that
A
point.
little
Like
bit.
I'm right here,
I'm
man. I'm right here. You're like I don't need a quarterback. Why would I draft one?
Justin Herbert is the one that I usually get right around this time, but Team 11 decided they were going to do that, so I'll just keep riding it out this way. Um, let's just do we need to pick a tight end ever? Yeah, they're fine tight ends, but I don't care which one I get. So I guess we're just going to keep taking players. I usually just do this. I usually just fire bench spots. Denver's actual starting running back, J.K. Dobbins. We'll take him. And then I love how there are teams that are taking two tight ends. They're the ones who are saying screw me. Uh, but I'm not doing it yet. No quarterback, no tight end. Not happening. I'm gonna have to do it soon though. We're running out of rounds. We're running out of rounds here, Pat.
Yep.
That's what they say in every Quentin Tarantino movie.
They said running
Michael.
out of rounds.
Well, they usually shooting people, right? I guess not in the
Yeah.
samurai ones. Yeah. Uh, we're certainly getting down to it. We got
We
four
are.
rounds left, and you've filled a full team's worth of people, so you get it. You can kind of just pick players you like at this point.
Yeah. Let me just talk about your picks for a second. So J.K. Dobbins, which I say in the British accent every single time, because
Dobby,
I mean, yeah,
Dobby.
Dobby, and it could be a Spinal Tap character or drummer. The J.K. Dobbins, and then Michael Pittman. Is he ever just gonna get like? Is this just who he is? Like he's never gonna get to the one because he had like 1 year of being like a 1A guy, right?
He's had he doesn't have a better quarterback situation this year either. We don't think, but I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes we're wrong. And I'm taking him in the 10th round under the supposition that basically he's free, and so I'll take the chance that somebody's good enough to bring better stuff out of him. If you think about who he's had at quarterback, it's been like Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz, Gardner Minshew, Anthony Richardson, Joe Flacco.
Yeah,
It's been a
rough.
parade of
Flacco's been his
suck.
best quarterback, or his most
Probably.
consistent at least.
So like, of course, I'm not taking him to be a starter, but like, I'm gonna take a bunch of guys here, and I feel like Pittman's way more talented than he's ever been able to show.
Yeah. Um, so these are the names I'm looking at. Brandon Ayuk, I can't do two. I can't do two 49
Well, but Brandon
receivers.
Ayuk's gonna start the year on PUP, so he might replace Jennings when his ACL gets healthy. So isn't the worst idea. The controversial wide receiver handcuff, but
That is
usually not the way it
controversial.
goes.
Are the 49ers going to be any good?
They weren't last year, but
Yeah, they
theoretically, they lost
Yeah.
that whole defense. That's unreal. I think they lost 9 starters. They only started 11.
Wow.
You may have heard, famously.
Wow.
Yeah,
Najee Harris playing for the
he only has
Chargers.
one eye potentially. He had a fireworks accident, and
Okay. Didn't
yeah.
see that one coming. All right, sorry, Naj.
sorry, Najee.
Dak, no way. CJ don't need a quarterback. Keon Coleman, don't know the man. Don't have him. Bills wide receiver. Wide receiver
he
3.
he was a rookie last year. Should be their wide receiver 1, frankly, but he didn't work. He was the 33rd overall pick last year. I've spent the offseason kind of crapping on his rookie tape, but it was only 1 year, so he could turn out better. And you've got Josh Allen. You know what they call that?
Yeah, hold on one second.
They call that a stack.
Stack.
That's
Yeah.
called a stack.
Free daily DFS. Um,
I think you need to
Dallas
do
Goddard.
that. I think you need to do that.
Let's
Like
see.
Keon Coleman.
Keon Coleman, Taji Spears. What if I was to cinch up that famous Titans backfield?
You could do that too. You got a lot of you got a lot of options here. I like it.
Um, all right, so I'm gonna take in with this pick right here. I think what I'll do is stay away from the eye. I guess I don't. Bills wide receiver. I don't know. Maybe Stack. Fuck it. Sorry about that.
It was
Keon Coleman. Keon
it was
Coleman broke me. I didn't curse until Keon Coleman. I'm sorry. I tried. Tried to keep it clean. But Keon Coleman? Come on. How am I drafting Keon Coleman? Um,
How about
should I
Tyler
take?
Spears? That's fine.
Yeah. What about? Well, I mean, I've got another pick coming right back around.
You do.
Um, so I guess like, is he gonna be? I guess I'll. I just feel like every Bills receiver minus Diggs is like just the other guy. Um,
Well, yeah,
whereas
Diggs plays in New England now, so
he
yeah,
does, but what
yeah.
I mean by that is like, who was the guy that wasn't Diggs that used to catch all the passes? Um,
Like
there was Diggs was
Hollins,
14, and then there was Max Hollins.
also
I'm just
famously in
thinking,
New England.
yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
thinking of another guy. But right now in
Khalil
Buffalo, who?
Shakir, but he's already been taken. He goes higher than Coleman
Okay,
does.
let's just go Coleman. I don't want to waste your listeners' time. I'm sorry on Keon Coleman for that long. I'll take
I
him.
think everybody's enjoying it. I don't think you should worry at all.
Okay,
So
so.
while you think, I have another question for you.
Mhm.
Uh, if one were to animate the person who writes chopsticks on a piano with Rick
Mhm.
Rubin giving him notes, how long would it take somebody to animate that scene?
In time,
Yeah, and how long, like of your life? How many hours of your life did you spend on that?
I would say that not that I have exact seeing that I did do that. I have probably I don't even want to say it, man. It could have been. I mean, it was at least like sourcing the pic. You got to find the person that. First of all, you got to find pictures of the woman that I found out wrote chopsticks. There's only two of them. And then you have to confirm it because I'm not just going to throw somebody out there and say, hey, as a person that makes these videos that's trying to tell you why a song stinks, I have to do the research just like you watch the film, and so I had to make sure that that was in fact the person that wrote Chopsticks, and then I have to source the correct studio that Rick Rubin was also in my previous video, and I couldn't find that studio picture because I don't hold on to a lot of the stuff. So that took another hour, I'd say. All in all, probably could be 2 days on that.
For
But
how
at the
long? In the video, it was probably 20 seconds or something.
20 seconds, and then I get
Yeah.
home, and Kim says to me, "Hey, how's the video coming along?" And I go, "Yeah." Those are the days that I just say, "Yeah." And she's like, "Okay," because I was like editing a fake arm. And then I have to find an arm that looks like her arm to make it look like she's playing piano.
Dun, 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 dun,
Um,
dun, dun, dun,
yeah,
dun,
and
dun, dun, dun,
tracking
dun.
chopsticks in a studio. Um, I do it. No one asks me to do this. I do it to myself. But somehow that's still easier than picking between Dallas Goddard and Jaden Blue, whoever Jaden Blue is.
Rookie Dallas Cowboy running back could be the starter of the Cowboys. That could be a great pick.
I always like a second Cowboy because they net. Who's the starter? Um,
It seems like it's going to be Javante Williams, late of the Broncos.
oh, okay. Nobody likes him.
So there
Um,
you go. Jaden Blue's the man. I think
Jaden
that's a good
Blue.
pick late. I like that pick.
Yeah, it's exciting. Okay, I'll go with Jaden Blue or Jaden Blue.
All right, I'm getting down to it, and I don't have a quarterback or there goes Touch Spears or a tight end, and of course all these stupid robot teams are taking two quarterbacks. So I'm gonna get left with I
You take your
guess
boy Drake May. You taking
I'm
your
taking
boy?
I'm taking Drake May. My starter in this league is Drake May. Sure, that's fine. 11th round, I'm fine with it. And are there any tight ends left on my board? I don't think so. Everybody, all the robots were like, "Too bad, buddy." Um, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to the last round to take the tight end because why bother? Instead, I get this is heartbreaking that the two Browns fans aren't lobbying for this. That there are three people involved with this video, and two of them are Browns fans, and I'm the one drafting Jerome Ford.
Oh, love him.
You love Jerome Ford. You have to admit, spark
I
plug.
do.
You love
I
him.
do. I do. He's Jerome
He's real
Ford.
fast.
He
Real
is.
fast.
They'll give him the ball and then they won't.
Fair. But
Okay, so
like I said, I don't think Quinshon Judkins is going to be there. So
so I don't forget. I'll try to make this quick, but I always pick a Brown. I mean, I always did pick at least one Brown, usually in the last round. So
I don't understand. Wait, in the last round, why?
Right. So I was taking maybe 3 years ago. You'll know exactly when I tell you this story, but 3 years ago, I drafted a young and pretty much obscure wide receiver from the Houston Texans. Tall wide receiver, with my last pick. I said this name sounds cool.
Was it
I'll
Nico?
draft him. His name's Nico Collins. So I drafted him. I actually hit draft. He was on my team. We still do stickers in this league, and I put the sticker on the draft board, right? Team was done, but the guy that was after me was taking a while, and I'm walking around, and I realized, oh, wait a second, I didn't take a Brown. So I asked my commissioner if it would be okay if he was to remove that pick so that I can take what was the three name wide receiver for the Browns? Why can't I think of his name right now?
Dorial Green Beckham, was that him? No, probably not.
No, but it was like the fourth string Browns wide receiver.
It didn't work out.
Team. It didn't work.
I mean, Nico Collins, his first couple years didn't do anything, so you probably didn't even get that hosed.
Nico Collins, I think, had 14 touchdowns that year.
Oh, then we're talking a recent year.
This was the year that
ago.
he came in. Like it was.
Oh, Donovan Peoples-Jones,
yes, it was
right?
Donovan It was DPJ. Yeah, it was Donovan Peoples-Jones. I curse again. I'm sorry. But that's okay. So that was. I don't care about drafting Browns anymore. That's
that broke you of the habit.
Yeah, what I'm getting at right there. Adam Thielen's still playing.
He is. He's a real old dude. How's it feel to know that all these real old dudes are significantly younger than you and I?
They're 32.
It's not that good of a feeling. Not gonna say for myself. Speaking for myself, it's not that good of a feeling.
And we just throw them out. I mean, it is so. Like think about like these running backs that were just like the guy, like Todd Gurley. Yeah. You said him before, like he's is he 29 right now? And what's he doing?
He's swimming in a pool of gold coins. But yeah, I can take your point. Yeah.
What about Austin Eckler? He's
a commander. He's still there. Yeah. He's the next guy on my board, to be honest. The literal next guy on my board. I mean, it's round 12, Pat. What are you expecting?
I'm just trying to take as much time as I can. You know what? Give me old, or do I want the future? Trey Benson. Is he the number 2 behind Connor?
James Conner. Yep.
He's a number 2. I'm gonna take
Trey
a
Benson.
flyer on that and say that James Conner finally gets hurt.
Could be. I think the robot picking behind you was listening to a conversation. It seems like every time you mentioned someone you were going to take, they took him right after. Eckler just went.
It's true. Keenan
AI.
Allen's back. Keenan Allen.
He's back.
He's back.
He's back.
Okay. So just with my last pick, I will take. Why not? I mean, he's got one eye.
But hey, if the eye grows back, you're set. I need a tight end, and I'm gonna stack Hunter Henry with Drake May. I have that rule where I have to take Patriots late in a draft. I don't really have that rule at all, but we made it through. Let's take a look at your team and tell me how annoyed you are by it, and how, if you are annoyed by it, where you think it went wrong, and how you might course correct for your actual draft, where the setup is going to be real similar. You're going to be picking 2 in a 12-team PPR. Your starters are going to be Josh Allen at quarterback, Barkley and either Mixon or Pollard, McConkey and Metcalf, Kelsey at tight end, And then the flex could be anybody among, like, it could be Pollard, it could be John Jennings. You got a lot of candidates. You got some young guys, you got a couple old guys. How do you feel about that team?
Josh Allen has to run for 1,200 yards and,
But he's
and
supposed
throw
to. Well, maybe
55
not.
touchdowns. If he does that, maybe I have a chance. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this squad. I mean, I'm coming around to it a little bit. Barkley, like I said, is he going to do it again? I just worry about like how much they used him last year. But at the same time, I feel like it's the recipe, and I feel like he takes it real seriously. And they still want to win. Like they want to win again. I think, like I said, living in Philadelphia, I know a lot about the Eagles. So
It would be shocking to me living in Philadelphia if Barkley wasn't the one pick in your league, though. Do you think the dude at one isn't maybe going to take him?
it's not set in stone. But I
Okay.
mean, I because people have like got into the whole wide receiver, and in a PPR, it is smart to do wide receiver. But at the same time, like if a wide receiver busts, oh man, um, I feel like I took Tyreek Hill last year. That did not work out.
No, that
Um,
was the two pick everywhere last year. Definitely
yeah,
did not work out.
that
So
did not work out.
does this build, as they say, where you did take the quarterback in the 2-3 area? Does this make you feel like I might actually do that, or does it make you feel like, you know what, seeing the depth at the other positions, I probably won't do that? What do you think?
I think that it all depends on like I always look at the picks after my pick where I'm like, oh man, do I wish I had him? And like Kyron Williams, is he really going to do it again? And the Rams are weird right now. Jonathan Taylor,
Well, those guys went before your pick. Those guys
Oh,
went
they went
before.
before my pick.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, no, I can't do him this year. Lamar, I can't. I don't want to.
I mean,
I don't want to
it's the
watch the
same as taking
Ravens.
Allen. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I kind of feel like T. Higgins can't do it. Jay Smith, Seattle, go Geno, but can't really, Chase Brown.
Gino's in
Ch-
Vegas now, but yeah.
okay, Geno's who's in
Sam
who's
Darnold.
wow, Darnold. Darnold's a Seahawk. This
Yep.
is why you come. This is why you come on Fantasy Football Podcast. There's no other way to find out who's on teams.
You could listen to my podcast, but hey, what are we talking about here?
Listen, in full transparency, this is the first fantasy act I've done all year.
Well,
I
now I have so many podcasts for you to listen to, Pat. It's going to be great.
so
You got
now I'm
walks ahead
going.
of you.
Yeah,
It's gonna be great.
I'm a big baseball guy too, though. So like I try to get as much out of baseball before it turns over. Um,
I hear you. I
so
hear you.
that's another thing too. I'm not quite ready to go full in, but I am now I'm just chomping at the bit,
You're
and
primed.
I'll be listening. I'll be watching. I like this team actually, and I'll tell you why. I'll go through it quick. Barkley,
Yeah.
he's awesome. If stay healthy, come on, you can do it. Josh Allen, he's big. He's a really big guy. He's gonna run. He's mine.
Touchdowns.
I'm
Yeah.
into it. Touchdown. Stay healthy. Lad McConkey's exciting because he's kind of new and did it last year. He's a rat. He's like a PPR rat. DK Metcalf have a bit of a bounce back with Aaron Rodgers. I don't know about Aaron Rodgers, but have a bit of a bounce back. Um, DK Metcalf. He looks really cool. He runs really fast. He's a huge guy. He's ripped. He's jacked. He's DK Metcalf. His name's DK. That's cool. He's gonna look good in the Steelers uniform. Joe Mixon, you're getting up there, but god damn it, you ran last year. Let's do it again.
Yeah, he was
Texans,
good.
maybe a little bit of a bounce back for CJ Stroud and the boys. They've got maybe is Tank Dell still around?
Oh, he's unfortunately probably out
Is
for
he
the year. Broke his leg. Remember that Chiefs
he
injury where he
broke
broke
his
his
leg?
leg
I was
last year?
wondering
Yeah, it
if
was
he was
nasty.
Um,
Probably not.
right. Travis Kelsey, that's probably my worst pick of the draft. Um,
Hey,
Tony
man,
Pollard.
if round 6 is where you start feeling bad about your picks, then you should. This build is pretty good for you, I think. Maybe what you learned is if Allen or Jackson is there in the second or third round, maybe you're going to do it.
I'm kind of getting into Allen now. Like when I
I
first
like it.
drafted him, I was like, I don't think I can't handle this. But he's to have the potential of the guy that could put up a 50, like that.
100%. Yeah.
And I fall for those 50 guys. I do.
Yeah.
And I fall for a gimmick quarterback. There are very few years that I've gone with like just the Flaccos, the even like a Matt Ryan when he was good. Like I never really did those guys. I was always more like, let's see, Michael Vick, like falling for that kind of stuff. But Josh Allen does both really well. So yeah, I mean, let's see.
You're talking yourself into it. Yeah, you're talking yourself into the build. Well, maybe I can't wait to find out what you do in your live draft that you're going to be picking too. I'm going to be following up with that for sure.
I'll send it.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. Did we reach hot stream by the end? Did we get it? Did we get there?
Yeah, I think pretty much like I think Juwan Jennings, but we were
really
the kettle was starting to boil, was starting to mist a little bit, and then we went to Juwan Jennings and the thing just heated right up. Yeah, we got the hot stream.
Popped off. Well, Pat, I can't thank you enough for doing it. It was such a pleasure to have you on. I'm really, really a big fan of yours, and you make me laugh, and also just really respect your taste in music. And you're a really, really talented guy. As I've said earlier in the stream, I hope that the folks who don't know Pat's work will just check out. We're linking to his channel down in the. It's a much bigger channel than ours. It's a really big channel. You should know who Pat is. He's great. Watch his videos. They are absolutely wonderful and fantastic. Pat, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. And one last thing I just want to say is that there is space for music and sports. It's all right. It's all right. It's fine. I know so many people in bands that do fantasy. It's okay. It's dumb. It's dumb. Everything's dumb. Everything's real stupid. If you think about these men move a ball, it's really stupid. But it's fine. It's absolutely fine. A lot of the Ramones is dumb if you really think about it. I mean, no. So there are many parallels, and it's okay to like both things. It's fine.
Agreed. I think that is becoming a more and more consensus opinion. That's my experience of it for sure. I want to thank producer Dave for being awesome. And you got some Brown's misery shared on this show, Dave. So I know you're feeling warm and fuzzy on the inside. I want to thank Pre-Alcohol from Zeobiotics for continuing to sponsor these mock drafts. You can find more about them down in the show notes as well. We really do appreciate them. And if you have a draft coming up, strong recommend from me. Thanks to all of you for watching. We're going to be back next week. Who are we doing? Oh, do you know Ian Cohen, the music writer?
Ian Cohen sounds familiar.
Yeah, he does IndieCast. Is a podcast I listen to, and he writes for all the he was a regular guy at Pitchfork, and he's great writer, great guy to listen to. So looking forward to having him here for a mock draft next week. We thank all of you, and we're going to see you next time. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button, and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.